Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you also, Adam, for bringing up this topic to enlighten the mindset of the other people as well. First, honestly, yung naramdaman ko after seeing what happened is hindi ko talaga mapigilan na umiyak at masaktan kasi parang we're all human being. Then parang bakit tinatratong ganun? Parang yung so yun, parang it's difficult for me then. So yun, parang akong talaga nagluluksa, ang sakit-sakit. So yun, but I have a lot of friends naman na who is with me na to share positive vibes naman.
Okay. What about you, Nikita?
For me, I mean, seeing it firsthand over here in the States, it's a little bit frustrating because I feel like the black community has been fighting for equality and justice for so long. This is like not something new. This has been going on for a long time. And I feel like this is finally coming into light. George Floyd definitely changed how people are reacting to this issue. And it's good and it's bad because it had to take this long for people to start taking action, maybe because everyone's bored at home because of the stay-at-home order. That's why they're finally voicing out and reaching out and doing protests. But it is frustrating and devastating because you think by now we've already progressed and moved on from all of this, but unfortunately we aren't.
Okay. What about you, Skelly?
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me to be part of this talk, and I feel excited to share my thoughts about here. And there are so many things have happened in the past few months. This pandemic has affected our lives. And regarding the incident of George Floyd, I was really devastated. I was heartbroken when I saw the news, the things that have happened, and can't imagine how his family has been coping up with the things that. So ayun, I'm just praying for everyone, and especially for all the black people. And now since the BLM is on the spotlight, especially in the whole world, and I'm really thankful for everyone supporting this movement. Ngayon na, lalo na it's in the spotlight. Yeah.
Okay. Before we proceed, Skelly, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear.
Yeah. Would you mind if you come back again? Would you
Okay.
might have turn off kasi everyone's saying we couldn't see you on the screen. So could you like to parang leave tapos and then come back again just for us to see what's sayang kasi ang ganda mo. Guys, she's wearing
She looks like Esmeralda.
she looks like Cleopatra in her outfit today. And it will be such a shame if we won't be able to see it. So
Yeah.
we're trying our best to get her back on screen. So Skelly,
About me ba?
leave ka muna before leave
Okay.
tapos balik ka agad para lang baka try natin.
Okay, I will. I'm gonna leave now.
Guapa,
Yeah.
oh.
Exit
Ang
talaga.
guwap.
Oy, gwapa kasi
Yeah.
Nikita.
Parehas na
Yeah.
tao.
First
Liwat
time-
nga. Ano, magkaliwat na tondo.
Naupi na si Ada.
First no, it's okay.
Anyway, we'll try.
Yeah, parang for the benefit of our viewers, so we are waiting for Skelly to come back. Tell us yung background nyo. Paano kayo naging African American? Is it because if you're an African American dad? Yeah, or ibang nationalities? Kunyari, Nigerian, Filipino Nigerian, Filipino ganyan. So, yeah.
Daming possible mix.
Oo. Hindi din natin alam no na may mga ano
Oo.
din. Oo.
May
Actually
So,
ako half Filipina and half Cebuana and half Black American. And my dad who is the Black American and my mom is a Cebuana naman.
Same. For me, my mom is from Davao, so Bisaya.
So yun.
And then my dad is African American, but I think he has Irish descent. Just because my dad is a little light skinned and then he has gray eyes. So I think my dad is also mixed.
So were you born and raised here in the Philippines or abroad?
Me, I was born in Hawaii. I was born in
Ah,
Hawaii. I lived there for a few years, and then my mom took me to the Philippines when I was 2 years old, and then I grew up with my lola and lolo. Tapos yun na nga, forever na ako tumira sa Pilipinas, like 18 years. Oh my God, ang tagal.
okay. So wait, you were born and raised in Hawaii, pero you've moved to the Philippines afterwards.
Yeah, so I lived in Hawaii for 2 years, and then I moved to the Philippines. Tapos I think since I was like 3 years old, 2 or 3 years old when I lived in Davao. And then since then, nasa Davao na ako forever. And then I lived in Manila for 3 years when I was modeling, then back to the States.
I see. Ikaw naman, April.
Me, I was raised and born in Cebu. Cebu lang.
All your life.
Oo, I've never been to my dad's place. So, yon. Sana soon makakapunta ako. Which is in Atlanta, Georgia. Yung last year na Miss Universe.
Ooh,
Oh, sayang.
the
Oo,
peach
sayang
tree!
talaga.
Dapat last year ka sumali ng Miss Universe. Sayang.
Oo
Oh,
nga.
ang
Perfect
ganda nun,
sana.
diba? Ang ganda sana
Oo.
April Smith returns to her to her father's homeland, diba? Ang gandang narrative yon, diba? Talaga. Pero have you guys, I hope you don't mind me asking, pero close naman kayo sa dad nyo even until now, or do you have a close relationship with your respective dads?
Happy Father's Day muna sa lahat ng daddies out there.
True.
Ay, oo nga pala, yeah. Happy
Saturday
Father's
pa
Day,
dito eh.
everyone.
Yeah, so happy Father's Day. And for me, yes, close na close kami ng dad ko. Actually, ako lang yung I'm the only girl in the family and I'm the youngest. And he named me after his birth month, which is April. So, yun. But my birthday, it's not on April, it's on October. So, anyway, yun, close na close kami. Actually, sa lahat ng magkakapatid sa amin is ako lang yung naging kagaya sa kanya that is very sports enthusiast. So, yun, he taught me how to play basketball when I was 12. So, yun, nagiging sporty na din. And that's why my advocacy for now is yung sports because it's close to my heart and I dedicate it to my dad also. And yun, so by the, yun, my dad is already passed away naman when I was 12. Oo.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Pero ikaw lang yung anak ng mama tsaka ng African American, or do you have siblings din, April?
Yeah, we're 4. I'm the youngest and I'm the only girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. 3 boys, Diyos ko Lord. Hago.
Balit, na kami, 2 girls because I have a transgender sister.
Oh,
who is
yes!
Di ko alam yun! Oh my God!
Bongga.
2 girls na kami and 2 boys.
Oo nga eh. Pero how was it like growing up mixed here there in Cebu, here in Manila, or wherever sa Hawaii?
Well, for me, I grew up in Davao. So when gosh, this is a long time ago. For me, growing up in Davao was really challenging because I wasn't, I was the only black girl in the province. So they didn't know how to, like, I guess, accommodate. So parang hindi nila alam paano nila ako kakausapin, or parang mag-English ba tayo, or marunong ba siya mag-Bisaya, or marunong ba siya mag-Tagalog or something. Maintindihan niya ba tayo? Parang culture shock sila kasi parang bakit may biglang kulot at maitim sa village namin? Parang ako lang yung naiiba. So, medyo nalito sila kung paano nila ako kakausapin or kung makakausap man nila ako. But, I experienced a lot of bullying personally because of my skin tone and my race. The standard of beauty in the Philippines is very different, very westernized, where like mestiza is their standard of beauty, straight hair, fair skin. Obviously, I'm the opposite, morena, colot. Um, then I was pretty tall too, so people were just like, interesting. So yeah, it was challenging just because I experienced a lot of hardships, and then it's not really helpful that my family was also having a hard time dealing with it because it's their first time having a biracial kid growing up at home because all my cousins in the Philippines are Filipinos and I'm the only one that physically looks different. So parang kahit sila hindi nila alam paano nila how they're gonna deal with like bullies or like when I get called in the principal's office and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's that.
Pero you guys have had normal childhood naman. Hindi naman yung na parang masalimuot na parang...
I guess if you go to the principal's office every day, that's normal for me. That's my normal.
Okay. Hirap, no? Ang hirap talaga.
Yeah.
Ang hirap talaga. There has been a long history of violence against Black people or African Americans or people of color, but only it is now that Black Lives Matter movement is getting a huge amount of attention thanks to social media. So, do you think mas pronounced ba ang ganitong mas blessing in disguise ba that social media has somehow magnified the whole issue?
Yes, for me naman, actually in social media, there are disadvantages and advantages. So when it comes to this, I think it's more advantage, but we want to spread more not fake news. So yun, dapat lang ingatan natin kung ano din hinahanap natin sa social media. And yes, we need to think social media as well. And lalo na ngayon that we are in GCQ or ECQ or lockdown in this pandemic. So I think the people are more tentative sa social medias nila. And the current use sa lahat.
Okay. Nikita, before you answer, okay, let's welcome back. Oh, nawala na naman siya.
Lulubog, Lilitaw, Skelly Florida.
Skelly! Nawala. Okay, so she'll try to come back again. She'll try to come back again.
I know.
Okay, as you were saying, April. Oh, ito. Teka, wait. Nandito na si... Ayan, there she go. There she is again. Hi, Skelly. Skelly? Hello?
Hello.
Skelly? Hi. She's not, no.
Can you hear
she's
me?
Not... Yeah, I can hear you, but
yeah,
we couldn't see you on screen. I don't know why. We can hear you. We can hear you. Oh, yeah. Oh, hi, Skelly. Look at Skelly, oh. Tinalbugan tayong lahat. Skelly? Skelly? Hi. Yeah. Can you hear us now, loud and clear?
Loud and clear.
Yeah. Okay. So we were discussing about the history of violence against Black communities ever since. Do you think social media has magnified this topic. That's why it's getting so much attention now. Oh
Wala
God,
na naman.
nawala ulit. Okay, sige. Let's just continue having this discussion, and then I'll just get Skelly to pop in and out more.
Or from
Okay. Okay, as you were saying, April.
right now.
Sumasagot ba si Skelly?
May
Skelly?
narinig ako na putol-putol
Oo.
eh.
Oo, baka sumasagot siya.
Pero nawala na naman.
Nawala. Wait,
Ang hirap talaga siguro ng signal sa Biliran.
pero nagla-live siya eh. Pero bakit parang walang problema sa live? Nakahapon, nag-live siya sa ibang Skelly?
Sayang outfit ni sis.
Oo nga.
Look, maya kayo yahang hair.
Okay, as you were saying, okay. So take 2 ba tayo? Ito na ulit.
This definitely takes off the pressure. I don't
sige,
feel now, Ty.
we really
guys,
want to
stay
get
tuned.
Skelly.
Sorry.
Skelly. Skelly?
I'm here.
There.
Yeah, okay. Sige, let's yeah, we can hear you bit by bit, but it's okay. We can manage with that. But you can hear us loud and clear.
I can. I'm really sure.
Oh, what? You're not sure? Hello? Skelly? What? Sorry. Skelly, what? Sorry.
I can hear loud and clear.
Okay, you can hear us. You can hear us. Hello? Skelly?
I can hear naman, Adam.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we were discussing about the history of violence committed against Black people. Kasi nga dahil sa ginagawa ng social media sa pagbigay ng attention about it. Ano ang masasabi mo tungkol doon?
Social media is a big platform at kaya naman yung mga nagaganap dito sa atin. Especially that kaya naman this as we are updated on what's happening in the world and the positive. And thing naman doon, I think we should be aware on what to be in the articles kung capable pa ito ng mga totoong mga news. Hindi tayo maniwala kung ano na naman. Make it and it can pressure din tao.
Okay. Dahil nga sa nangyayaring ito, Nikita, how should our activism change this year to show solidarity and support to this movement?
I think the first step to properly be part of this movement is to educate ourselves with the right information, reading the right, not only articles, but finding the right educational information online. Like the Black Lives Matter Foundation website would give you the exact information why they're doing this, the history of the Black Lives Matter movement, slavery. I myself have been sharing as much information as I can in my social media pages of like articles that you could read or essays and the complete history of the Black Lives Matter movement, slavery. Netflix has a bunch of documentaries that showcase, Black Lives collection. For this year, I think apart from educating ourselves, what we can also do is having an open mind. Um, when people ask me why they should care about the Black Lives Matter movement, it's not only about Black people, it's also about people of color and everyone. We Black Lives Matter movement paved the way for other people of color to have a community in the United States. And also, I feel like if we have that respect and open mind, then we could slowly tackle this issue and hopefully we get to just like end this problem and we could all move on. Because there are a lot more other issues to think about other than this. So that's it.
What about you, April?
So social media is a powerful tool, and it is essential about Black people and their background, including achievers, history of abuses, and one way is to promote awareness that Black people are not a threat to society, but simply prompted to react as a result of many years of neglect and abuses. You can help push for more changes, but the best way is via education, by showing stories and videos how Black people have contributed to society despite so much injustices. You can't face the change, but can help create more awareness. And, misconceptions may need to step aside for facts to avoid further racial discrimination. And the fact finding of and sharing the real stories need to be spread as well.
Nosebleed si Mars.
So yun,
Bawal.
let's use our platform talaga.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. Use our platform
So ano
wisely.
so anong masasabi nyo sa performative allyship na nangyayari about it? Na parang okay, many people are aware about this issue. Many people are aware about this issue, but they acknowledge the problem, but they do not seem to do something drastic or significant about it. Parang lip service lang, 'di ba?
Mm.
Parang do you think alam mo 'yon, parang do you think they are just people are just professing support because of a lot of pressure, a lot of them are reminding them to be silent than to be more complicit with their actions.
I think it is a sad reality that many people are turning tables to appear they truly are an ally. However, I am open to the possibilities that what happened these days open their eyes and doors to reality that every single race and lives matters. That could have been better if they have seen it beforehand, but it's still good to know that people are now seeing the importance of understanding diversity.
I agree.
Oo, kasi alam mo yun, why do I say this? Because katulad yan, I don't know if you've been reading a lot of articles about it. Anna Wintour, the US Vogue magazine editor-in-chief, has apologized for how she has conducted herself in terms of this issue when it comes to running her company. In-acknowledge niya na hindi naman sa hindi naman sa anti-black siya, pero she prefers to work with, from the way I see it, she prefers to work with people who are fairly skilled when it comes to hiring photographers, stylists, or even yung mga topics na fini-feature sa Vogue magazine. And even yung Starbucks sa US. Parang I heard there's even an internal memo na parang I don't know kung napelta na to
They
ng
can't wear
Starbucks na
anything that is about Black Lives Matter.
yeah, yeah, pero they retracted their statement about it. So this is where I am coming from. So alam mo yun, katulad si Starbucks ba nape-pressure na okay, since parang we're a huge company, we need to be socially responsible about this topic. That's why they retracted their statement. So um, paano ba natin talaga masosolve yung ganitong problem na alam mo yun, yung parang ano nga lang tayo passive lang
Passive
tayo when it
aggressive.
comes to this topic. Pero pero pagdating sa when we really let our guards down, we are not really doing anything about it. That's why this problem persists. So paano ba natin maanuhan yan, masusolusyonan?
I mean, for me, I think the way I see it is that a lot of people are overwhelmed about the issue because they know this has been going on. They're just afraid to voice out because one, they're not sure how the media will process it. They're not sure how society is going to take it, if they're going to be on their side or not. How I understand it personally is that some companies or even individuals who try to support it to get empathy from other people, they're playing the safe card. We're like, this may be good for me, this may be good for our company, so let's try to have a say about this issue. So you can't fully know the complete intention of the individual or the company. From what I can see, others are just supporting to gain more support from other people as well to stay relevant, pretty much. But it's I mean, for me, even if they try to doing that just to stay relevant, at least in a way they are voicing out and they're forcing other places as well to be, inclusive and just deal with the situation right now. So we really have to be careful about it too. But for me, it doesn't really matter if Starbucks is supporting it or if a small corporation or big corporation is doing their part in supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. What is important is that the individual person wants to do it genuinely. Because if someone is just doing it for the fact that they're doing it, then we're not doing any change. It's just like saying, oh, I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow. But in reality, you did go to the gym, but you're not doing anything. So as long as there's no proper action towards it, then the message is useless.
I agree.
They really have to do something. They really have to do something very concrete, drastic
Yeah.
steps to address the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Hindi lang talaga lip service, no? So probably,
Yeah.
perhaps they could hire more people of color, employees.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that's one
they
step,
could be
I guess.
Yeah, and also ano din, support businesses from the who are black owned the business, parang ganon. So,
Yeah, that's true. Target actually has a good I'm not campaigning for Target, but like Target is
policy.
good in terms of like diversity. They have a lot of black owned companies in their on their shelves. And they even have commercials about it, which is really great. So they're really pushing for it. They're not hiding it. And they've been doing this for a long time. This is not just like happening now. This has been going on for like a few years already. And even if you see their ads, they're advocating for like not only black people, but like in general, diversity in age and looks, even physical abilities. So they're very open in that sense, which is pretty amazing.
Companies are also like great elements and they create big impacts, especially now in the BLM movement and what's happening in the US.
Yeah, true. I wish more companies would really address this issue by, hiring more uh, people of belonging to the minority. Be more sensitive about it para they won't be accused of anything, no? You think?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So dito tayo sa Southeast Asia setting muna kasi we all live here in the Philippines. Kasi dito sa Pilipinas lalo na, 'di ba? Every time we talk about it, black culture, we just accept it as it is. Yung slang, we even copy them from the way we look at them, see at them on TV, billboards, diba? Even on even on a lot of social media platforms. So, do you think whenever we see or hear things about racism, pag kunyari ina-appeal sila, parang we just take it as it is. Alam mo yon, parang passive ano rin tayo dito sa Pilipinas eh. Parang we're not doing anything. So how do you think we could also uh, do something here in the Philippines to take real action and not just become, a bystander when it comes to talking about this issue?
I think we certainly are also influenced by a Black culture, whether it's fashion, slang, music, or food. We
Yeah.
have a lot in common. The issue, I think, is people tend to look away about certain issues if it doesn't affect them personally. But it doesn't mean doesn't that just there. I think we just need to be start to be kind and empathetic towards each other and not discriminate a person based on how they look like or their origin, and have an understanding that everyone deserves equal opportunity.
Ay, naputol si April.
Oh, naputo si April. Okay, I think she'll try to get back. Okay, who wants to add
Well,
more to what she said?
I agree naman with April na we tend to have our own like fashion, like we have a fashion same like them. And I think that's not a bad thing kasi like pwede naman din natin i-apply to ourselves. Like Filipinos, we like nagkikisabay tayo eh. And sometimes we parang pinagsasama natin yung fashion like Filipino and the American one into like a same clothes, ganon. And I think that's a good thing naman na since it's 2020 ngayon, we tend to share it to the people na kaya natin makisabay all around the world. Because we're Filipinos, we're diverse naman.
Of course, Nikita lives in the US. Tayo dito sa Pilipinas. Pero do you think, oh, okay, she's back.
Ba't nawala?
Yeah, hi again. Sorry, nawala. Yeah, as I was saying, Nikita lives in the US, lahat tayo dito sa Pilipinas. So do you think companies should, the bosses of these companies, of majority of our companies all over the world should, hire more people from different backgrounds and diverse cultures para hindi sila ma-accuse na, alam mo yon, ma-accuse na not to offend any race. And sometimes may mga nakakalusot na ads pa rin and articles tapos nagiging offensive pala. So, tapos yung pala gagawa sila ng excuse tapos na unaware pala sila. So, do you think it's something that companies should also look into rin for further reference?
I genuinely think that even if companies should have a diverse team, and this is for me, even if they should have a diverse team, I don't want to put them in a spot where they're just forced to add someone of color. Because a lot of companies in the States are known for this, that they have a quota, that they need to have a certain amount of number of brown people. They need to have more African American, or they need to have more Central Americans or Europeans. So out here in the States, by law, they have, every company has a quote number of people that should be met that is non-American or a person of color. I think in the Philippines, if we try to push for that, it's going to be hard because they're not used to, the culture itself is different. And then language barriers would be there. It would be nice to have someone of color coming from a different culture, coming from different places, but it would be better if they genuinely see the person's potential and talent, not just because, oh, let's just hire her because she's a person of color and we need one and we need diversity in the company. If you as a person or as a boss doesn't believe that this person has the potential to do the job, right? Then I do not push for it, because also at the end you want peace and prosperity in your company. You just don't want to hire someone just for the sake of having diversity. So that's how I see it. You also have to think of overall, if this person would be, good for your company and influential as well in terms of logistics and being productive in terms of the job description.
What about you girls? Anything to add?
I totally agree about Nikita.
Okay, Skelly?
Yung parang hindi lang ifo-force, 'di ba? Yung kusang loob
Mhm.
talaga. Na gusto
Mahirap
mo.
kasi pag pinipilit eh.
Oo, tas yun, parang nagiging plastic, kumbaga.
Na-experience ko yan eh. When they just hired me because they needed someone of color, and I work with so many not like me people, not different people. So parang awkward pumasok araw-araw kasi talaga ba? Token black girl. Thanks guys, I appreciate the job, pero parang hindi naman ako welcome dito.
So,
Yung parang
Ouch!
ano to, nakulangan kayo sa sun exposure, nagugulat kayo na may negra sa coffee. Totoo ba? Ngayon lang kayo nakakita ng itim? Talaga ba? So, so parang
diba?
ganun. Kaya nga sabi ko, kailangan, gusto talaga, na parang when you see the person's resume, you're like, oh, you're perfect for the job. I think I have something even better for you. Not just someone, let's just hire her because, bahala na.
Parang
Hirap
na lang.
ganun.
Ano yung pakapin? Ano yung Tagalog? Ano yung Tagalog nun? Oh my God.
Pasalubong babesh.
Oo, parang extra lang. Ganun.
Parang ganon, yes.
Oo.
Masabi lang na merong
Oo.
merong person of color sa trabaho. It creates a toxic work environment din eh. Because that token black person or that token person of color will feel out of place. So, mahirap. Yeah. Unless the company does a really good job in explaining diversity and creating a good relationship with the whole company.
I agree. So, kailangan skills pa rin talaga. Maging sensitive na lang talaga yung mga bosses when it comes to these issues.
Yes.
Diba? So, yeah, that's no. Also, nalulungkot din ako, no? I know na Anna Wintour has already apologized. Pero nabasa ko noong 2018 pala when she got Beyonce to be the cover girl of her magazine for that particular issue. Talagang binigyan niya ng creative control si Beyonce. Kasi kung sinong gustong photographer ni Beyonce.
Oh, yes, I remember that. That was an all-black thing. Yes.
Oo. Rarely, and it never happens na Miss Wintour would give creative control to her subject. Usually, when it's gonna be under Miss Wintour's control, it will be all white. Alam mo yon. Pero now, pero because of Beyonce's power and influence, and para makuha nga rin si Beyonce to grace her magazine cover, so pumayag siya. So do you think after this particular because of this topic which is raging right now, medyo when it comes to dealing with people of color, medyo magiging sensitive na rin ng mga CEO yung ng mga companies na to?
Yes, for me, parang kailangan talaga maging sensitive because you can tell na yung mga taong sino mga natatamaan mo, most especially here in the Philippines. Kasi ang dami kong nakikita na brands, na company na iba yung pinopromote.
Oh my God, yes.
Nakaka-offend. Like, sorry, like, why do you have to push us to take a whitening lotion or glutat? I don't know. Basta ganon.
Yeah, skin whitening.
So I think they need to be more sensitive because not just kailangan hindi lang yung company mismo nila yung iniisip. Just be emphatic more sa mga taong nakapaligid din. Not just focus on the white people, but also because we Filipinos are the original ancestors are Negritos and Aitas. So I think we should be proud of it, of where we come from, diba? Kasi yung mga Negritos, they're not that tall. They have black skin, they have kinky hair, and they're short. So yun. So I think doon kasi tayo nanggagaling lahat eh. So I think we need to be proud of. So yun, I think yung mga companies talaga, masasabi ko lang na kailangan din na maging sensitive at the same time.
Okay. So, sabi mo, April, nasasaktan ka. Tapos ngayon, i-relate ko yan dun sa mga background niyo, mga models kayo, di ba? Even before becoming aspiring beauty queens. Kayo ba naramdaman niyo, was there ever a point na since alam niyo na token black girl kayo sa mga endeavors nyo, whether in the office like Nikita, from like Nikita's experience, or sa'yo, April, sa mga fashion shows, parang feeling mo, nag-aaway ba sila? Parang may Naomi Campbell, Tyra Banks scenario happening in the background.
Well, for me, personally, my experience in modeling in Manila for 3 years, I've had my good and bad share of being the token black girl. The good side of it was that because at least for my time, I was the one that was booking so-and-so projects. They would always like, oh, let's get Nikita because she's, so we'll have diversity, and then it's we're doing this type of shoot. So parang minsan kinukuha nila ako kasi nga the look of the shoot is like matches me. Kesa parang nasa isip nila, kesa mag-hire tayo ng mistisa na model, tapos may makeup pa natin ng maitim, why not get Nikita na lang? On the other side of this though, the bad side was that every time I would go for castings for commercials, or even when I was doing TV, auditioning for TV shows, there's always a problem with my skin tone. It's just like, she's just too morena or too dark for TV. And then, I mean, it's also not helpful that I'm tall. So they're like, she's too tall. Camera's not gonna work for the camera. And like in my head, so sino mag-a-adjust? Ako o yung camera? Yung camera pwede naman mag-adjust.
Yung ko ka daw, girl.
So parang nasa isip ko, problema ko ba na mas matangkad ako sa lalaki? So, but then, I've had projects where they would constantly straighten my hair. I actually did a project long time ago, I would say 7 years ago, for a whitening product, and I don't know why I agreed to doing it. They were giving me products to use so that it shows that it's effective. So ang lola mo, ginawa naman yung project. Sabi ko, why not? It's good money. So let me try. Gamit ng product, hindi effective. Ayaw, sabi ng balat ko, hindi girl, negra ka talaga, huwag tayo magpanggap.
No, huwag mong palitin yung kulay mo.
No! So sabi ko, oh my God! Sabi ko talaga sa client, nung nag-shoot kami, sorry, I tried, but I just can't. It's not me. And my aunt was like, I got lighter by a little bit. But like, parang sabi nung tita ko, nagpapaputi ka ba? Sabi ko, hindi. Pero kung puti ba ako, sabi niya na medyo. So medyo naloka kami nung, na may, naloka sila na I did the project, pero mas naloka sila na I was willing to go through the process of getting white just to do the job. And then
just to get the job done.
Yeah. And then I explained to them na, you're showing everyone that to be considered beautiful, not only even beautiful, to be considered smart, to be considered anything of influence in society, you have to have fairer skin. So kaya lagi akong na-embier na pag nakakakita ako ng mga whitening products billboard all over EDSA. Kasi sabi ko, false advertising, hindi naman ako pumuti sa Myra A or sa mga Silka Papaya soap na yan, nakakaloka kayo. So parang, alam mo yon, that's actually casual racism. A lot of companies doesn't understand that. That's casual racism. Yung mga banat tayo ng lola mo, ng tita mo, ng mga sino mang kamag-anak na sinasabi na, nag-beach ka ba? Umitim ka ata? Or ganito ganyan. Yung mga pa-side comment nila, they don't know that's casual racism. And they think it's a joke. But they don't realize they're hurting someone's feeling. They're offending someone of color. And that's creating a bad influence, lalo na sa mga bagets. Diyos ko, Lord, kung when I was 7 years old and I was experiencing all the bullying at school, doon ako naloka. Saan nila nakukuha yung term na negra? Basta kulot, salot, patay buhok. Sabi ko, saan nyo ito natutunan? Parang, oh my God. Because children are naturally born to love. They learn to hate. And parang, ay, nakakaloka kayo. Saan nyo ito natututunan? It all starts at home. And yun na nga, kasi nga nasa isip nila, joke lang naman yun, Mare. Bakit ka nagagalit? Totoo naman, negra ka naman. Kaya nasa isip ko, yes, that's true. I am negra. I acknowledge that. But who are you to make fun of me and to think that making fun of my skin tone is actually funny? Siguro at some point, yes, nakakatawa. Pero may limit eh. May hangganan. Yung, hindi lang pasensya, pero yung on how people see it. Because as long as we take this as a joke, that being morena or being a person of color is a joke, it will continue. It's not gonna go away. We're just gonna keep on like taking it every day and just like disregard the actual issue. Yun lang po.
That was certainly a loaded statement. What about you, Skelly? Do you have a similar experience? Skelly? Sige, let's go back to Skelly later on. What about you, April? Meron kang similar experience?
Same. Because nag-modeling din ako dito sa Manila. And, yun. Pero actually, eto kasi ako dati, hindi na ako nagka-casting for commercials because I already accepted to myself na, ay, para sa mistisa lang yan. Ay, hindi naman ako makukuha yan eh. So, lumayo na lang muna ako sa pagka-casting ng commercials or TV shows or kung ano. So, yun, nag-stick na lang ako sa modeling. So, yung sa akin, it's so hard na parang ang sakit kasi na yun, actually yung mga tinatawag sa akin, negra, ganito, ganyan, I'm just really proud na kung sino mang yung naka-surround sa akin is parang kino-call out talaga nila kung sino man tumatawag sa akin na negra. Sabi niya, don't call her negra, call her by her name because she has a name. So yun, parang yun, akala lang talaga. Actually, nakasanayan ko na din na unahan na lang yung mga tao instead of making jokes sa akin. Parang inuunahan ko na lang sometimes. So yun, parang, you know, parang, sige, sige, negra na kong negra. Yung mga ganon. So, yun, it's so hard being a multiracial Asian because it affects about our whole life.
Okay, now that you're talking about your modeling background, curious lang ako, meron ba kayong was there a time na, this is a question from Rafi Di Mokulangan, and he's watching us right now, ang tanong niya, was there a time na insecure or nainis kayo sa fellow women of color nyo na nakasabayan nyo sa mga modeling shows in order of getting that siguro remaining slot or a few slots for a modeling gig? Kasi let's face it, when it comes to kunyari, let's say among chinitas and mestizas, di ba wala naman ganyang inggitan naman talaga.
Walang shortage ng chinita at mestiza sa Pilipinas, that's for sure. Alam natin yan. Going back to like doing commercials, lagi yung nakalagay sa message Class A mestiza. So nasa isip ko, bakit may Class A, Class B? Meron, so may Class A ba? May Class B negra? So parang, lagi yan yung nangyayari. Tapos, for me, may mga panahon na magka-casting ako, sasabihin nila, Nikita, gusto nila ng morena, pero kailangan mag-plan ka ng hair. Sabi ko, ako na naman yung mag-a-adjust, lagi na lang. Kasi nangyari din to sa akin sa isang international food chain. The director was American. He loved me. He adored me. Pero yung kliyente, dahil Asian, alam naman natin, Asian means more on the fairer side, sabi niya, we need to change the lead. For the first time, nagka-lead na ako ng project. For the first time in my whole commercial acting life in the Philippines, nagka-lead role ako. Biglang sabi ng kliyente, hindi pwede, kailangan Miss Tisa. Hindi makaka-relate ang mga tao sa kanya. Sabi ko, excuse me, ang mga Pilipino po ay naturally kayo manggi. Anong hindi makaka-relate sa akin? Nakakaloka kayo. Siyempre, hindi yun yung sinabi ko sa kliyente. Yes na lang ako ng yes, umiyak ako sa bahay, ganon. Pero parang, ito na naman tayo, nakuha na nga, naligwak pa kasi nalaman nilang masyado daw
Sakit, no?
akong itim.
Nandun ka na, pero, oh my
It
gosh,
was like,
bigla
kang makakat off. It's like for me, my problem naman, especially here sa States, it's like, I'm too light to be black, but I'm too dark to be Asian. So, yun nga, I know Adam asked about like if we ever feel any insecurity when we go to castings with other black girls. Sa Pinas, I had my first few times I did have insecurity kasi siyempre ang nasa isip ko ay mas matagal na sila sa industry, kung makukuha to, alam na nila yung ginagawa nila.
Yan, true.
So yeah, may ganon. Or minsan mas payat si girl, or like mas matangkad siya sa akin. Laging may ganon pero nakakalimutan natin minsan. Swerte lang din yan kung sino yung magustuhan ng kliyente at kung sino yung papasok sa peg. For me, here in the
type nila.
Yes. Dito naman sa States, I remember my first ever casting specifically for, African American women. It was for a music video for T-Pain, I think, or some hip-hop artist. Pagpasok ko sa room, oh my God, it was a range of different type of brown people or different type of African American. Ako bilang half Filipino, half African American, my full-on Nigerian, my Afro-Latina, my African American. So different shades of brown. It was crazy and it was amazing. Doon talaga ako na insecure. Kasi ang dadami. I was like, for the first time in my whole life, there was like a room where there's 100 black women. And I was just like, holy crap. Oh my God. You have to be really amazing to be able to book this job. And then yun na nga, doon na nagkakatalunan when it comes to skills. So at the end, skill set, kung sinong magustuhan, minsan kung sino din yung may connection sa caster or sa cliente. So there's definitely some sort of insecurity. Hindi yun
yung parang labanan ng mga labanan ng mga skin color din, no?
May colorism din dito sa Amerika eh. Yeah, in between like the black community, like parang, hey, you're not black enough. You still get a leeway because you're lighter than us. So yeah, sometimes I get that where I'm just like, yeah, you're black, but you're not black enough. You're still like, you're mulata. So may ganun pa din eh. So there's still that issues in between na. Kung as overall everyone is worrying about like people of color, in between the black community there's colorism happening too. So that's pretty crazy for me. Not black enough, or you're too black. Oh my God, hindi ko na alam saan ako mag-vape niya. Nakakaloka kayo.
Libog na din, naglibog na.
Libog na gani yung kulabad din yung ulo. Uy, kapoy.
Girls, before we proceed, can we just make a huge shout out to Eliza Malinao, your fellow candidate?
Hi, Doc!
She's tuned in.
My sister. Oh my God.
Kamusta mga tanong de
Yeah.
Hi, guys. Nabuang na gid me. Oh my God.
Alam
We
nyo,
started modeling in
listening to your
Davao. Oh
stories,
my God.
listening to your stories, parang alam mo yon, nasasaktan ako for you guys eh. Parang kulang na lang magkaroon kayo ng, listening to your story, Nikita, parang kulang na lang magkaroon ako ng identity crisis for you. Kasi parang, saan ba ako lulugar? Mulata ba ako? O talagang African American ako? Alam mo yon. So, alam mo, I feel for you guys, lalo na sa experience mo. So, I'm curious to ask, have you guys had a happy or normal childhood? Or kung meron man, was it, or kung maayos naman normal, or was it dominated by fear and rejection? Can you share more stories about it? Were you bullied before?
Yes, but for me, it's more about rejection. my playmates won't really want to play with me because I'm dark and have kinky hair before. And I also get insecurities because I didn't really look like with the other children. So, yon parang nahihirapan din ako kung saan ako lulugar. Kasi parang nagiging, sorry for the term, nagiging ignorant kasi sila eh. Parang, yun sabi din ni Nikita kanina na parang mag-i-English ba ako nito, magbibisaya ba, magtatagalog ba. So yun, actually, yung childhood ko is mix. Kasi I'm always talaga thankful na parang sinend talaga ako ng angel ni God na to protect me somehow. Ang daming nagbubuli sa akin kahit yung height ko when I was in grade school, binubuli. 'Di ba, mga flag retreat, flag ceremony, and yung arrange niyo sa chair, 'di ba, sa school.
Ang tangkad, ang tangkad.
Oo, 'di ba? So yun, parang binubuli nila din ako sa height, yung color ko. So yun, parang hindi naman madali. And until now, I even get discriminated and being bullied. So yun, okay lang, medyo 50-50 yung childhood ko na mixed emotions. So yun. But I have this one best friend who will really protect me, my childhood neighbor. Sabi niya talaga kasi may sa akin, sabi niya, "Oy, negra, ganun siya." Tapos sabi naman, hindi kasi ako umiimik, tapos sabi ng best friend ko, Bisaya. Sabi niya, bahala na negra, basta gwapa. Ganon. So yun, pinoprotect niya talaga ako. Sabi ko, parang from that moment, minimake ko na talaga as inspired, being, that word na lang na ina-inspired ko na lang talaga yung sarili ko from it. So yun yung childhood ko.
For me naman, wow. I try to look back and I wish I could say the same. It wasn't as happy as I wanted it to be. It wasn't as normal. Definitely a lot of challenges. Hirap kasi, ang hirap nung parang you always feel out of place. Like you never feel a sense of belongingness because everyone sees you as a different entity. It's not just like you're a different person. It's not like you're from this planet. They treat you like you're an alien. Well, I was technically kind of alien, but like it's like the bullying never ends. So when I first went to school, I thought it was gonna end when I was in my teenage years. So I moved to a different high school so that hopefully the bullying would stop. But then it got worse. Oh my God. Ang hirap ng maghahanap ka ng rason para hindi pumasok sa school every day. Kasi alam mong aawayan ka na naman. For me, I really had it tough and rough. I know a lot of people know me as a very optimistic and positive person. But a lot of people don't know that I went through hell and back. I have not only my classmates in school in elementary, but even other grades. They would push me up the stairs. They would make fun of me. They would always treat me like I'm a nobody. Ang hirap kasi talagang I hated going to school all these years. In high school, I tried to straighten my hair so that my crush would ask me to prom. But instead of doing that, na-insulto pa ako. Sinabihan pa ako na mukhang walis tingting yung buhok mo. So parang, ang sakit, ang hirap. Kasi, all you want is a good childhood, to have good memories. I can't say I really have childhood friends because no one wants to be friends with me because I was very different. I was always out of place. Meron sigurong mga ibang bata na curious. I mean, I still have friends, growing up. Siguro mga nung 11 years old ako or 12 years old ako, doon ako finally nagkaroon ng mga kaibigan. Pero mabibilang ko lang. I would say some of my classmates was friends with the entire school. Meanwhile, I myself was friends with like the janitors or teachers. I was friends with all my superiors or like, the elders at school kasi hindi ko makausap yung mga classmates ko kasi ayaw naman nila akong kausapin. And I've mentioned earlier, I'm always at the principal's office, literal, every day. Kasi lagi akong napapasok sa gulo. Merong mga away sa akin. And my grandparents taught me to be a fighter. And they say, resist violence. But then, you know, when siguro napuno na ako at some point eh. Hindi ko makakalimutan to. I was in first grade and I punched my classmate in the nose at nag-nosebleed siya. Kasi hindi ko na kinaya. You know, going to school at 7 years old, going to school every day, experiencing the same bullshit, being called negra, patay buhok, dead hair, being laughed at, being joked at, that's not good. It's traumatizing. How I turn out to be this positive and crazy, I do not know. Not everyone copes the same. Not everyone deals with this issue the same. It's stressful. I don't like to think about I don't have a lot of good childhood memories. When I look at my birthday photos, I don't have classmates over at home because no one wants to go to my birthday party. No one wants to celebrate with me. No one even wants to be friends with me. So who am I going to invite? It's always just been my cousins, my uncles, and like my cousin's friends. So that has always been my thing. So yeah, parang minsan nga napapaisip ako, ano kaya yung buhay ko kung sa state ako lumaki, kung doon ako nag-aral. Siguro iba kasi at least alam nila na they're more open na, you know, may African-American na estudyante, may Latino na estudyante, compared sa Pinas, mas sanay sila sa mas mestiza. So parang, yun lang po, masakit, mahirap. So, I hope we really teach our kids to be open and considerate and teach them about the beauty of diversity and, you know, not talk about, like, if there's nothing good to talk about, let's not talk about it. So, yun lang.
I feel your pain. I really feel the struggle because how these non-black people are having a hard time dealing with this issue. Para sa akin, nahihirapan sila nagkakaroon sila ng struggle to understand why there is a need to reform their mindset in these communities. Bakit sa tingin nyo nahihirapan sila sa ganitong nahihirapan sila mag-adjust or having a difficult time understanding?
I think that's why they're having a hard time understanding because they're not open about the idea. A lot of times we are very close-minded and we just stick to the things that we know and to the things that we are comfortable about. And when sensitive issues like this come up, we're just all like, I'm not going to deal about it. I'm not going to confront it. I'm just going to zip my mouth. So it's hard because, you know, we want to talk about it, but we're not open about it. It's like going into a fight. Filipinos are not confrontational. We have strong personalities, but we're not confrontational. That's why we don't want to talk about these things. That's why we don't want to handle these issues because we're scared that we're going to offend someone or we're going to say something wrong. But we are already doing something wrong by not talking about it. So the first step again is to being open about it and acknowledging the issue. That's the only way we can progress and then continue the conversation.
So I think it is always difficult to people who aren't exposed to the problem to sympathize or foreseeing that there are a lot of things that need to be adjusted. And as far as Western countries have evolved in this case, and Southeast Asian countries still struggles to raise awareness about racism. And the most important thing is about education at an early age and talk about your school with your friends and keep up to date about what is going on around the world, about different cultures and its struggles. Then proceed to ask yourself the question, is it happening in my country or is it really happening to people that I know? Those are important questions what to have to ask yourself about first. And yun, keep yourself educated as well. And yun, ask muna yung mga questions na ganon before taking an actions.
I really admire all your courage and strength in going through this whole issue. Talagang mula pagkabata nyo, talagang apektado na talaga kayo. Do you also share the same sentiments, Kelly? Skelly?
Ay, nawala
Oh,
na naman si
nawala.
ate girl.
Yeah, so, yeah, I really feel your pain. Talagang, ang hirap din, no, mula kung pagkabata, kung issue na to hanggang sa pagtanda nyo, dala-dala nyo pa rin. It's something that has never been resolved. So, mapapaano ka na lang talaga, alam mo yun, mapapasa Diyos ka na lang talaga na sana ma-enlightened na tayo. Parang our government would create or craft laws that would allow us to be more open-minded about or probably giving us an opportunity to treat each other equally. So, sa aspeto ba ng beauty pageants din, nararanasan nyo to? From modeling to beauty pageants.
Oo. Ako nung sumali ako ng nung sumali ako ng pageant sa Pilipinas, first time ko kasi Miss Mandaluyong 2012. So, sumali ako. Sabi ko, ayoko mag-pageant. Nakakapagod yun. Hindi ko bet yan. Tapos talagang super sabi ko pa sa agent ko, alam nyo, hindi ako mananalo kasi hindi naman ako bet ng mga Pilipino. Alam nyo na, morena, kulot, nakakapagod mag-straight ng hair. So, talagang super deny ako na. Parang lagi kong sinasabi, hindi nga ako sasali. Tapos sabi niya, sumali ka na, manalo matalo, may consolation prize. So, I tried. Nung sumali na ako, that's when I started getting competitive. Tapos parang sabi ko, siguro parang, na I was an underdog because nga lahat ng kasabayan ko was like mestiza or like had fair skin tapos straight hair. Ako, lumaban ako all the way ng big hair. Tinodo ko, sabi ko, wala akong pakialam, mag-afro ako. Kung hindi nyo tanggap yan, problema nyo na yan. This is me, so I'm gonna present myself like this. Tapos nung coronation night, naalala ko, gusto nila gawin yung hair ni Miss Angola. Tapos sabi ko, ayoko. Iba na hair yung gusto kong gawin. Gusto ko mag-ponytail. So, umiyak talaga ako habang inaayos nila yung hair ko kasi gusto nila gawin yung Leila Lopez hair. And there was nothing wrong with it. Hindi ko lang talaga gusto. Ang nangyari kasi, was parang minamarket nila na gayahin yung mga ibang international queens, which was, there was no problem. It was good. It was perfect. It was amazing. It just felt like I didn't have my own identity. That it felt like, so feeling nyo para manalo ako, gagayahin ko si Leila Lopez para lang ma-appreciate nila yung beauty ko. Why can't they learn to appreciate who I am as a whole? Because if I start talking and if I am able to answer your questions and I'm able to show you that my skill set is enough to win this pageant, shouldn't that be enough for me to win? Bakit kailangan kong magmukhang ganito, ganyan? So, iniba nila sa nila, okay, never mind, magpo-ponytail na lang tayo, deadma. That was one. Natakot sila kasi ayoko tumigil umiyak, Crayola si lola mo, yung makeup ko, hulas na, so sabi na naman. But when I joined my next pageant, nakakaloka talaga ako, hindi naman ako demanding, but I really wanted to join according to my preference. Because, I'm representing myself. I'm not representing you, my mom, or anyone. I'm showing everyone who I am. So that's how I wanted to compete. The next pageant I did was Miss Resort World. That's when I played the game. Doon ako nag-adjust. So sabi ko, try natin, mag-a-adjust ako. Every day, from day one, mula screening hanggang sa pagkapanalo ko, I never set foot in Resort World Manila with my afro. It was always straight hair.
Straight brown.
Yes, always. From the moment I went to audition or went for the casting call, from day one till my last day as Miss Resort World, straight hair ako palagi. Middle part, side part, laging straight. Hindi pwedeng hindi ako pwede maglakad sa Resorts World ng naka-afro. Mapapatay ako ng mga boss ko. Hindi sila ganon ka-open. And I played so sabi sa akin nung, my management back then told me, gusto mong manalo? You have to play the game. If they want you to have your hair straight, then magplancha tayo araw-araw. Gumising ka ng 3 hours before your call time para magplancha ng hair. Why not? Yun yung gusto nila Ang tagal, ang haba-haba ng hair ko. Tapos, humid pa sa Pinas. So, kailangan mag-taxi forever. Kasi pag nagbas ako, pagdating ko sa Resorts World or kung saan man yung event, wala na. Kulot na naman ulit yung hair ko. So, it was, if my co-candidates were working 100%, I was working 500%.